Alright guys, a very nice evening to everyone out there. This is your virtual pilot here from the Philippines, Captain John, and we will be again streaming this live VATSIM flight from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, going to Bangkok, Thailand. Will be just been 1 hour and 7 minutes of flight time using the Airbus A346 to tow this with the Thai Airways livery. Sir, you demand. Good evening, sir, from Malaysia. Good evening. It has been, I think, almost 2 days since the last stream. Been busy preparing for Christmas here in the Philippines. You know, Christmas is very busy here in the Philippines, especially starting on the months of the burr months from September, October, November, then December, then all the way to the month of February. That's the unofficial Christmas season in the Philippines that we are known around also out the world as having the longest Christmas celebration. Alright, so, and the last stream we were talking about the typhoon Lol, and the typhoon right now, I think it's rolling towards Hong Kong, and I think it's predicted to go back on the Philippine area of responsibility, but I think it will just be weekend. So my prayers are for people affected in northern Vietnam and for those people that are in Hong Kong, and hopefully the typhoon will be disintegrating as soon as possible. And here in the Philippines, we're expecting another low pressure area to be entering the Philippine area of responsibility by December 25 and 26. So as if you will be reviewing weather reports right now, there is another storm brewing near the southeast of the Philippines. Okay, so let's have a short review of our flight. This is the Airbus A340 of Tolis with Thai Airways livery, and we will be flying live on VATSIM as THA1081. And right now we have an active approach controller here in Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. And if we will be lucky, we will be able to. Okay, so meron tayong tower ngayon, Ho Chi Minh Tower and Ho Chi Minh Approach. And if we, after 1 hour, hopefully we could arrive in Bangkok with our Bangkok Suvarnabhumi approach controller still online. Okay. Okay, so without further ado, let's go inside our cockpit, guys. Okay, so let's have a short review. We already requested for clearance going to Bangkok. So right now we will just review what we have done on our aircraft before we went online. Okay, for our loading performance, we will be having 301 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo. So that will be 1,000 kilograms on the forward compartment and 1,000 kilograms on the rear compartment. Our zero fuel weight will be 217.6 tons, and our center of gravity is 25.4%. We're estimated to have block fuel of 23.5 tons, just enough going to Bangkok, Thailand, with our alternative airport at Pattaya International Airport, southeast, 62 nautical miles southeast of Bangkok, with an additional 30 minutes worth of airtime fuel. And for our departure, we will be using flaps 2 for our takeoff. So V1 and VR is 150. One ba? V1 and VR is 150 and V2 is 155. Flex temperature natin will be 46. THS will be up 2.7%. Okay, so in relation to this, let's see what we have done on our FMC. So for our departure airport, that is VVTS, that is Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, going to VTBS, that is Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. Let's just make sure it will not be confused with Suvarnabhumi versus Don Mueang. Okay, flight number is THA1081. Total passenger is 301. Okay, malit yan, 301. Our cost index for this flight is 24, and our cruising altitude, since we'll be heading west, so at 260 or 26,000 feet. So zero fuel weight natin, 217.6 tons, center of gravity is 25.4, block fuel is 23.5. Okay, let's go for our flight plan. We will be expecting to depart runway 25 left. via the SAPN2 Delta departure. So we'll be checking our charts right after this. Okay, and we will be directly climbing to 260. However, we will have an altitude restriction on our departure at 14,000 feet. That will be, we will see that on our departure briefing in a short while. Okay, for perf, as I have said, we'll be using flaps 2, V1 in VR is 150, V2 is 155, and flaps 2 will be utilized for our departure. Okay, let's bring out our charts for our departure briefing. Okay, this is Jeppesen chart 10-9 published 12 of November 2021, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, Tan Son Ngoc International Airport. Airport elevation is 30 feet and we are currently parked here at the International Passenger Terminal. So as the last time I checked, right now we have already a tower controller here in Ho Chi Minh. So he will be the one who will give us our pushback instructions later. Okay, so runway 25 left has a length of 3,828 meters. So flaps 2 with V2 is 155 will be just enough for our takeoff. And for our SID, we will be using the SAPN2 Delta departure. So this is chart 10-3 November, published 26th of November 2021. Effectivity is 2nd of December, Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam, Arnab, SID. So for our departure, we will just be climbing runway heading at 248 degrees, and at Tango Sierra 616, we will be turning right to track 307 degrees on SAPN2 Delta departure all the way to waypoint SAPN at or below 14,000 feet. That is our altitude restriction on our departure. Okay, so we will just click here our constraints. So in order for us to hold our altitude at 14,000 feet before or on waypoint SAPN. Okay, next thing we'll do, we'll be checking the weather and our current situation here at Ho Chi Minh. It's partly cloudy, ground temperature is 28 degrees Celsius, good visibility at more than 10 kilometers, no precipitation reported, and QNH is 1011. Surface winds 180 degrees and at 5 knots. Okay, so that is our weather here. Okay, double checking everything. So far, 2 traffic pa lang dito in Ho Chi Minh. That is EVL5, I think is going to Shanghai, and me and Airbus A340 going to Bangkok, Thailand. Alright guys, just a short recap for what you have done aircraft. This is the Airbus A340-600 of TOLIS with the Thai livery, and we will be flying live on VATSIM as THA1081 going to Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi International Airport, departing Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. We are expecting some 1 hour and 7 minutes of airtime at an altitude of 26,000 feet. We have 301 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo. And our alternative airport, if we can't land on Suvarnabhumi, will be at Pattaya International Airport, which is 62 nautical miles southeast of the Bangkok, capital city of Thailand. Okay, so everything is now set, and okay, let's now start our aircraft. So strobe lights on auto, beacon lights on, navigation lights on, master switch on. Okay, seatbelt signs on, no smoking signs, and emergency lights on, and APU start. Okay, so meron tayong active, let me see, active tower ngayon. So active tower, let's go contact tower. Okay. Okay, Ho Chi Minh Tower, good evening, THA1081, Airbus 340 requesting pushback and start for runway 0625 left.
THA1081, contact approach 125.5 for further construction.
Roger that. Contact approach head 125 Thank you, sir. Okay, so hindi pa siya ready for us. So, punta ko muna.
Sorry, I did not hear you well. Just can you send it, write it down for me, please? Volume 5 copying instruction, thank you.
Ho Chi Minh approach, good evening again. Taiwan straight 1 ready for pushing start for runway 25 left, sir.
Taiwan 081 and start approve facing east, QNet 1011.
Pushback and start approved facing east, Green H 1011, Thai 1081. Okay, so instruction was to face east. Okay, face east and Thai.
Evelyn 5, how do you get me now?
Yes, affirmative. I read you about your microphone sometime just cut off, so thank you for writing down the taxi instructions, sir.
Copy.
Okay, wait. Okay, so instruction of Thai approach will be pushing back facing
Please
east.
show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Okay, APU is now available if you bleed on, and let's now turn off our external power and try to remove them. Okay, they are now removed and our aircraft is on APU engine.
Evelyn 5 confirm SWAT 5762.
Evelyn 5, say again, please.
Evelyn 5 confirm SWAT 5762.
5762 on the squawk code for us, Evelyn 5.
Roger.
Okay, so our squawk for this flight is 5701 and we will be departing runway 25.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, before start checklist, cockpit preps completed, gear pins and covers removed, signs on auto checked, adders on nav
Tower gate lead.
checked, fuel quantity 23.5 tons checked, takeoff data set 26,000 feet, bar reference 1011 checked, down to the line, build the line, windows and doors are closed checked, beacon is now on checked, and thrust levers on idle checked, and parking brakes as required. Okay, double checking everything is working. Okay, so everything is working. And before start checklist is complete.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Alright, and everything is set. Parking brakes release and pressure 0.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Engine mode selector to ignite, number process, speed pressure is up, starting engine number 1 and 2.
Evelyn 5 SWAT 1 Charlie. Evelyn 5 SWAT 1 Charlie.
Squawking 1 Charlie, Evelyn 5.
Okay, virtually hitting some fuel trucks. And that would be a big disaster here in Ho Chi Minh. Alright guys, engine 1 and number 2 is now starting up. We are pushing back our aircraft facing east and we will be departing runway 25 left. This is Thai 1081 Airbus A340-600 live on VATSIM as Thai 1081, and we will be departing Ho Chi Minh International Airport going to Bangkok Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Okay, engine number 1 and 2 is now stable. Starting engine number 3 3.
Tao ơi.
8%, starting engine number 4. Okay, meron po.
Evelyn 5, wind 180 degree 5 knot and way 25 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 25 left, Evelyn 5.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set, pressure's up.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Gen number 3 and number 4 stable. After start checklist, anti-ice required ECAM status check. Check natin pitch trim. It's supposed to be up 2.7%. There you go. Rudder trim set to 0. And hand signals are expected to be received on my right.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great
Okay,
flight.
turning off our APU, bleed and our APU. Engine mode selector back to on. Set flaps to. Captain Krugel, good evening. Thanks for the follow, sir. Deeply appreciated. Is this the tallest A346? Yes, sir. Right, flaps. Okay, ground spoilers armed. Takeoff configuration set. Yes, sir. This is the Airbus A340 of Tolis, and using the Thai Airways livery. Alright, there you go. There's our hand signals. How are you finding it? Actually, it's quite good. The only problem is it's it consumes more FPS as compared to the Airbus 321 and the Airbus 319 of Tolis. But so far, so good. Right now at this rate, I'm having FPS on 25, which is around 5 FPS lower as compared when I'm using the Airbus 321 or 319 of Tolis.
Evelyn 5 passing 1000 for flight level 370.
Okay, terrain and they will be on my side.
Evelyn 5, identify right and direct Batma.
And we're ready to go. And we're just requesting our taxi from
Redirect Patma Evelyn 5.
Approach, good evening again. Thai 181 ready to taxi to 5 left.
Thai 1081 taxi via Victor, house short and way 25 left.
Taxi via Victor to run holding point runway 25 left. Thai 181. Okay, so walang red. Okay, wala siyang sabing red box, correct. So that's not good news for my 410. Yes, sir. Actually. Okay, so no slides to taxi, running turn off lights on, and let's have our flight controls check. Rudders, full left, full right, neutral, elevators, full up, full down, neutral, ailerons, full left, and full right, and neutral. Alright, we're ready to go. Parking brakes release, pressure 0. Okay, checking our brakes, working. Great, continue taxi, power. Alright guys, I'm not using real world time, but I'm using real world weather in order for us to have a great view of our aircraft, especially our departure and our arrival here in Southeast Asia. The current time right now is maybe at, I think it's 13 minutes past the hour of 7 in the evening in Vietnam. Okay, last instruction was to taxi via Victor to holding point runway 25 left. Okay, so short recap guys, this is the Thai Airways livery of a Airbus A340-600 Tolis, and we are departing Ho Chi Minh International Airport going to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. we will be having a cruising altitude of 26,000 feet and cruising speed of 448 knots. Expected airtime is 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay, before takeoff checklist, flight controls check, flight instruments check, briefing confirmed, flap setting configure 2, B1, BR, B2, flex temperature 150 blue, 155 magenta, and flex temperature is 46, ATC set to 5701, set, ICA memo tech takeoff no blue, down to the line. Okay, one thing I forgot is to set my off lux time. Alright guys, just a short recap. We are now taxiing on Victor, going to holding point runway 25 left here at Ho Chi Minh International Airport. And we will be departing runway 25 left, going to Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, clear on the right and clear on the left. Well, technically it's not clear.
Thai 1081, contact tower 118.7. See you.
Okay, so pause muna natin dito. Contact tower at 118.7, Thai 131. Okay, tower is now ready to receive my call. So Ho Chi Minh Tower, good evening again. Thai 131, currently taxiing on Victor to holding point runway 25 left.
Good evening again, Thai 1081, continue holding short runway 25 left, and when ready, report when ready for takeoff.
Roger, that will report once at holding point runway 25 left and report once ready for takeoff. Thai 131, good evening. Right, parking brakes release again, and let's continue taxi. Okay, let's now set our radar system, predictive features on auto, and okay, there you go. Okay, usually I bring out our taxi camera here. There you go. That is one feature of this A340-600 that I like. They have a functional, what do you call that? Taxi camera. Okay, where are we? Okay, perfect. Tower Thai 181 approaching holding point runway 25 left, and we are ready for departure.
Thai 1081, says Squawk Charlie, please.
Squawk Charlie, Thai 181.
Thai 1081, wind 150 degrees, 6 knots, clear takeoff, runway 25 left, and report when airborne.
Clear for takeoff runway 25 left and report airborne, Thai 181. Alright, and we are now clear for takeoff, guys. So we will be entering the active, strobe lights on, landing lights on, and running turn lights off. And let's line up first, runway 25 left. Okay, below the line, takeoff runway 25 left confirmed, cabin crew will be advised, TCAS will be on TARA, engine mode selector to norm, and packs will be on for this departure. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Clear on the arriving side and clear on the departing side.
My check.
Loud and clear.
Okay.
Okay, I'm newbie, so please be easy. Thank you.
Takeoff runway is now, takeoff lights now on. Let's now turn off our lights and we're ready to go. Okay, there you go. Parking brakes release, pressure 0, and now we're rolling. Right, engine power 50%. Engine stable. Manflex 46 SRS, runway autothrust blue checked. Thrust set. $100 knots. And rotate. Zip line, gear up. Tower THA1081 airborne passing 300 feet.
Thai 1081 contact, passenger terminal 12505, 5 and I, flight right.
Contact approach 125.5. Thank you, sir. THA1081. ED.
Simple flying. Monitor Unicom 122 decimal 8.
12.8, volume 5, thank you, have a good day, Merry Christmas to you, sir.
See ya.
Approach, good evening again. THA1081 now airborne passing 2,100 feet.
Thai 1081, hello again. Cathay Climb 1260 as direct summit.
My apologies, sir. Please say again for direct, sir.
Direct to summit. Serva, Alpha, Papa, Echo, and November.
Roger that. Direct waypoint Sopen, climb 260, THA1081. Okay, direct Sopen. Okay, flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. Flap 0, speed check, flap 0. Passing wind dot, pulse lights on. Run spoilers to SAR. Alright guys, and we're now airborne. We are already on the frequency of the approach controller and we were directed to the direct waypoint Sopen, continue climbing 260. Okay, just past 7,000 feet. Okay, after takeoff climb checklist, landing gear up, flaps retracted, packs are on down to the line. Feet, landing lights off, no turbulence signal signs off, steering engine will be off on my side, clearing red band. Setting page VTBS. Okay guys, so our SID was Sapen to Delta. However, our approach controller directed us or ordered us to fly direct to waypoint Sapen. However, waypoint Sapen has an altitude restriction of 14,000 feet, so we will be maintaining 14,000 feet until we reach waypoint Sapen. Then after which we will be continuing our climb to our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet. We're heading westward from Ho Chi Minh. So that
Thai 1081, you leave in my airbase, no further ATC available. Monitor Unicom 122.8, good day.
Monitor Uniform 122.8. Have a nice evening, sir. Thank you. Thai 181.
See ya.
See ya. Okay, let's now climb unrestricted. 122.8. Traffic advisory, Thai 181 Airbus A340 inbound waypoint 7, climbing unrestricted to flight level 260 IFR Bangkok, Thailand. Okay, passing transition altitude, standard set. Passing flight level 188 or 189. Now no difference down to the line. After takeoff climb checklist is complete. Alright guys, this is a short recap for our flight. This is Airbus A346 of this with the Thai Airways livery rather. And we are now climbing to our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet going to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. We are just expecting some 1 hour and 7 minutes of airtime going to Bangkok, and right now we are already airborne for around 5 minutes. And we just departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport, and approach controller just handed us over to monitor on Unicom 122.8. Okay, we have 301 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo, and this is just a short flight, regional flight here in Southeast Asia. We'll be crossing Cambodia going to Bangkok, and our alternative airport is Pattaya International Airport, which is 62 miles southeast of Suvarnabhumi Airport. And to be specific, ICAO code for Suvarnabhumi International Airport is Victor Tango Bravo Sierra VTBS, and not to be confused on the other old airports in Bangkok is Don Mueang. I think the ICAO code for Don Mueang is VTBD, that is Victor Tango Bravo Delta. And I think we are already on Cambodia or Phnom Penh FIR, still climbing to our cruising altitude 26,000 feet bababa na. Okay. Alright guys, if you like the stream, don't forget to hit that like or follow button below. We are live on MD in the Sky in Twitch, and you can also catch me on Sky Medic on Facebook and Sky Medic on YouTube. But right now we are streaming live on MD in the Sky and on YouTube. Okay, so we are now approaching our cruising altitude at 26,000 feet, and we will try to expedite our speed. Currently we have a crosswind at 4 knots coming from 011 degrees. Alright. Alright, cruising altitude reach. Okay, let's try to increase our speed right now. We are currently traveling at Mach decimal 7. Let's maximize it to Mach decimal 86. And let's see. Okay. So hanggang Mach decimal 79 lang tayo. Okay, what I'm gonna do right now is checking the weather on our departure. So at current location natin, winds are 17 degrees at 13 knots, headwind is negative 6.89, positive is the updraft, temperature is negative 19, good visibility, and we are already on our cruising altitude. So we're not expecting some weather disturbances on our flight route. Okay, checking active sky XB. There is a wind shear alert on West Philippine Sea just before you reach mainland Vietnam, specifically on Ho Chi Minh. There's also a wind shear alert on Kuala Lumpur and just west or south, just east of Puta Kinabalu. However, on our flight route, there are no problems on weather disturbances on our flight routes. Alright. Okay, we have reached already Mach decimal 79. That is the maximum speed for our flight. Currently, our ground speed is 485 knots. True airspeed is 486. Okay, just a short recap of our flight. This is the Airbus A340-600 of TOLIS with the our Thai Airways livery. We are live on VATSIM as THA1081 just departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport around 10 minutes ago, and we are currently cruising at an altitude of 26,000 feet and currently transporting 300 passengers and 2 tons of cargo going to Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Okay, this is just a short Southeast Asia regional flight, and currently we are already on Phnom Penh FIR. So if you guys don't know Phnom Penh, that is already I think the capital of Cambodia. In short, we are already on Cambodian airspace. Okay, we'll be checking our RADNAV. Okay, we are 201 nautical miles away from our top of descent. Okay. Okay, now checking the ATIS information in Bangkok. Okay, we are expecting some ILS approach runway 01 left or 01 right. 01 left or 01 right, that is information alpha. Okay. So we are already on the arrival list of Suvarnabhumi International Airport as THA1081. We're expected to land there at 13:11. That is real world time. So 13:11 in Philippine time is, I think that it's already 9 or 11 minutes past the hour of 9 in the evening. Okay, so right now we'll be checking our fuel flow. Fuel on board is 18,860 kilograms, and our current fuel flow on each engine is 2130. So our fuel on board is still good for 2 hours, for around 2.2 hours of airtime, with a fuel flow of 2,130 kilograms on each engine. Okay, so walang leak tayo. So far so good tayo. Alright guys, this is our Airbus A346 of Tolis with the Thai Airways livery, and we are flying on VATSIM. So if you are monitoring VATSPy, we are live as the THA1081 or THA1081. We are already maintaining our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet, and we are expecting some 1 hour and 7 minutes of airtime going to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok. We just departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport in Vietnam around maybe around 12 or 15 minutes already, and we have 300 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo transporting to Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Alright, so if you like this stream guys, don't forget to hit that like or follow button below in order for you to get notified on our next stream. So usually I stream as virtual pilots in VATSIM, and also I stream as VATSIM ATC controller, to be specific as the ground controller in Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila, Philippines. That is Romeo Papa Lima Lima. Okay, so if you will reviewing my channel in MD in the Sky in Twitch, you can see there that I sometimes stream as an ATC controller. So maybe after I land there in Bangkok in around let me see 30 minutes from now, maybe we're taking some rest, and if we have some ample traffic in Manila, we will be streaming our controlling as ground in Manila. Okay, so sana ba tayo? Okay, this is the beautiful Thai Asia. No, this is not Thai Asia, this is Thai Airways Airbus A346. Okay, increase natin range natin. Yun. Okay, so according to our flight plan, sandali lang. Okay, flight plan natin, 01 right tayo darating via the Dolny 3 Delta. Dolny 3 Delta, runway 01 right tayo to the land. Okay. Checking on VATSPy if that is really our flight details submitted. Yeah, Dolny 3 Delta arrival. So kung isa-set natin yan dito sa FMC natin, flight plan VTBS arrival 01 ILS 01 right, Dolny 3 Delta. Not so sure about that. Okay, VTBS. Yan, Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Daming charts. Airport briefing, where is for the airport? Yun. VTS 01 right Zulu. And our arrival, Star Dolny 3 Delta. Okay. Reset. Lacos. Ano yung Lacos? Okay. Lacos. Bakit may Lacos? Dolny 3 Delta. So, saan ang Dolny 3 Delta? Yun. Dolny sa Sanjo Latin Eng na Novian na tayo. Okay, check natin muna. Flight plan. Gomez, Dolny, Beats, Sanjo Latin, Enka. Okay, Loni. Bakit Loni? PS488. Aha. Okay, it states here one right naman tayo, diba? O bakit 01 left to paya pala? Okay. 01 right Zulu. Okay, there you go. Dolny 3 Delta. Okay, via Rise. Yun. Tama na. Manual then Rise. Raipa. Okay. All goods tayo dito. Okay, let's turn it back to our arc. Maintaining 260 tayo, guys. Okay, this is again Taiwan 281 Airbus A340. We are already maintaining our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet going to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. And we just departed, or we already departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport around 20 minutes ago. And we have 300 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo. We are already maintaining a speed of constant speed of Mach decimal 79. That is our maximum speed. Taking in consideration that we have a crosswind coming from 005 degrees at 4 knots. So currently our ground speed is 484 knots. True airspeed is 486 knots. And we are only expecting some 1 hour and 7 minutes of airtime. So far our estimated time of arrival in Bangkok, Thailand is Philippine time is 11 minutes past the hour of 9. So currently Philippine time is already 44 minutes past the hour of 8. So we are not using real world time in order for us to have a good view of our flight, the sky, the clouds, and most especially our aircraft. But the current real time right now in the present location of our aircraft, which is already over Cambodian airspace, is 45 minutes past the hour of 7 in the evening. Okay, so just don't mind our time on our simulator, but we are using a real world weather system care of our Active Sky XP. Okay. So usually when I ride or fly on an aircraft, this is my most favored passenger seat view, the engine view or the wing view. Okay, this is the right wing rear view passenger from the passenger seats, and this is our left wing view from the passengers facing our engine 1 and 2 on our left wing. Okay, checking our report, we are 140 nautical miles already from our top of descent. And okay, meron na tayo. Okay. So yung tower controller lang pala is on Donyong, that is VTBD. However, in VTBS, or that is Suvarnabhumi International Airport, we have only the approach controller. Yeah. Okay, all good naman tayo dyan so far. Okay, estimated time of arrival pa rin natin for THA1081 is 13:11 Zulu time, or that it will be 11 minutes past the hour of 9 in the evening here in the Philippines. Or that will be specifically 24 minutes from now. Alright guys, if you like this stream, don't forget to hit that like or follow button below in order for you to get notified on our next stream. We usually stream as VATSIM ATC or VATSIM pilot. Right now we are a VATSIM pilot, and we are flying live on VATSIM as THA1081. You can catch me on MD Sky on Twitch and Sky Medic on Facebook and YouTube, guys. Okay. So 129 miles away from our destination. Okay, there's nothing to do here right now, so we'll be okay. While we are waiting for our top of descent, let's explore VATSPI here in Southeast Asia. So this is our aircraft, guys, the THA1081. We are still over Cambodian FRR or Phnom Penh FIR, and just a few minutes from now we will be exiting, or will be entering Bangkok FIR. So here in Southeast Asia, Singapore Center is lit for already 46 minutes. Kuala Lumpur radar is lit for 1 hour and 12 minutes. So in Kuala Lumpur, there is a delivery ATC controller. In Hong Kong, in Singapore, there is an approach controller. And here in there is an Oceanic FIR or West Asia control, which covers about 24,500 feet. Okay, let's take a look on our country, on my country here in Philippines. This is my current location. So Bacolod Airport has one arrival, and let me see on Manila, only one departing aircraft going to Hong Kong. How about East Asia? Let's take a look on Taiwan. We have ground controller in Taiwan, Taoyuan International Airport. And here in Hong Kong, Chaplapkok International Airport, we have a ground and tower controller. Okay. I wonder where's the other aircraft that departed Ho Chi Minh. Okay, so there are two aircraft, Vietnam Airlines going to Singapore, and the approach controller just disconnected or went offline. How about here in Korea, Jeju Island? Yeah, Jeju Island has a ground and tower controller and an approach controller. That's nice. That's very nice. Japan doesn't have any controller right now. How about here in South Asia, in Dhaka approach? Here in what place is this? Puni Loyagon. Okay, Vapo Tower. In Middle East, only Jordan, Queen Aman Aliyah International Airport has an 8 AC. Okay, 97 nautical miles na lang tayo before our top of descent. Okay, let's just continue exploring Southeast Asia right now, guys. Okay. So we are okay. So VTBS, okay, estimated time of arrival natin is 13:11 Zulu time, and the next aircraft to be arriving after me is 1 hour away. He is a Qatari A330, came from Hamad. So we'll arriving at 14:14 Zulu time. That is almost more than an hour after I arrive. Okay. So there is Qatar A330. Alright, just a short recap for flight, guys. This is the Airbus A340-600 Tolis with the Thai Asia on the Thai Airways delivery, and we are currently en route now to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. We are maintaining an altitude of 26,000 feet with a cruising speed of Mach 0.79, that is maximum speed. Right now, taking in consideration the wind direction at 112 degrees at 4 knots, so medyo slight crosswind tayo. Ground speed is 484 knots, true air speed is 486 knots, and we will be expecting an ILS approach on runway 01 right in Suvarnabhumi Airport. So after we reach, okay, after this we will be having our arrival briefing, and we are expected to be in communication with our Bangkok approach controller, also Suvarnabhumi approach controller in around 10 minutes. Okay. Okay, let's now bring out our chart and let's have our arrival briefing. Okay, this is Jeppesen chart. Where's the number? Yun, Jeppesen chart 20-2 Alpha, published October 2020. Effectivity is 8th of October, and we will be arriving via the Dolny 3 Delta depart arrival or star for runway 01 right. So Dolny. So we'll be tracking this waypoints, Beats, then DS405, 403, then Sanjo, then to Latin, maximum speed 220 knots. Altitude restriction is between 7,000 to 9,000 feet. Then Bravo Sierra 01, Salsa, then to Enka, and there will be a heading. Since we will be having an ATC controller approach, we will depend on his instructions after waypoint Enka. And for our approach chart, this is 21-3, published 5th of February 2021. ILS or localizer Zulu, runway 01 right. So localizer frequency is 1101, approach course 05 degrees, mandatory altitude is 2000 at Bravo Sierra 499 dito, and decision altitude is 205 feet. Airport elevation together with runway elevation is 5 feet. Minimum sector altitude around the aerodrome is on the south or southeast, to be specific, at 2,900 feet. In case of a misapproach, we will be climbing to 1,000 feet on track 015 degrees, then climbing right turn direct to Renex at 3,000, and hold as directed by the ATC. If unable to reach 3,000 at Renex, continue climb in the holding pattern. So our holding altitude will be 3,000 in case we will not have a successful landing in Suvarnabhumi. And for our aerodrome chart, this is 20-9, published 21st of February 2020. Suvarnabhumi International Airport, runway 01 right tayo approach. This is 01 right, and it has a length of 4 kilometers. And if able, we will be vacating via Bravo 6 or Bravo 3, and we will be asking for our gate assignment once we vacate the active. Okay, that concludes our arrival briefing. Okay, we are currently 56 nautical miles away from our top of descent, and to be specific, that is 7 minutes from now. Okay, we will be entering Thai airspace, Bangkok FIR. Okay. Okay, bakit may discontinued dito? Okay, there you go. Ay, sorry about that. Okay, checking fuel flow. 15620 to 130. Okay, fuel on board is still good for 1 hour and 50 minutes of airtime. And we are expected to be arriving on our destination in around 11 or 10 to 15 minutes right now. Okay, 39 nautical miles before our top of descent. Okay guys, it's now 26 miles before our top of descent, so I will be just out of the cockpit for around 1 or 2 minutes for uh, some CR break. So I'll be back as soon as possible to prepare for our arrival. Alright, stand by guys. Alright, I'm back on the cockpit guys. We are now 10 nautical miles before our top of descent. Okay, we'll now be resuming our navigation speed as published. And we will be descending now to our mandatory altitude of 2,000 feet. Traffic advisory Taiwan rate 1 heavy, leaving flight level 260 on initial descent via the Dolny 3 Delta arrival, expecting ILS approach runway 01 right. Subanapun. Okay, we will now be preparing our frequency for our approach controller. So 124350. So 124350. Okay, that 350. Okay, that is the frequency for our Subanapun approach controller, guys. Okay. So another quick recap of flight. This is Airbus A340-600 of Toldis with the Thai Airways livery. We are live on VATSIM as THA1081. We are ready starting our initial descent to Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand via the Dolny 3 Delta arrival, expecting runway 01 right. And let me see. Alright. So we are currently passing 24,000 feet. We left our cruising altitude of 26,000 feet, and a total air time we are expecting just 1 hour and 7 minutes. And we departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport around 41 minutes ago. And we are currently 2 miles inbound to waypoint Gomez, and we are now turning to waypoint Dolny. Okay, we'll now be communicating with our approach controller. Subanabun approach, good evening sir, this is THA1081 heavy inbound waypoint Dolny on Dolny 3 Delta Delta arrival.
Thai 1081, very good evening. Bangkok approach, set clock to 7213 ident.
Roger, that will set squawk to 7213 idents, THA1081. Okay, set natin. Reset tayo 7213 ident. Excuse me. Seven two one three. Tama naman.
Thai 1081, radar identify, valuable 192. Follow the follow the arrival route and profile. Fuel descent to 7,000 feet. Suvarnabhumi QNH 1012.
We'll follow the Dolny 3 Delta arrival descending to 7,000 and QNH Subanabun 1012, THA1081. Okay, initial this.
Thai 1081 and expect ILS approach 1801 right.
We'll be expecting ILS 01 right arrival in Subanabun, THA1081. Thank you, sir. Yun guys, so that is already our Bangkok approach controller in Suvarnabhumi, and his order for us is we will be following our star, that is Dolny 3 Delta arrival, and we will be descending to initially to 7,000 feet, and we'll be expecting ILS 01 right approach in Suvarnabhumi. So tama tayong approach natin. So we will be maintaining this FMC window sa taas ko ngayon in order for us to get a better view of our waypoints on our arrival. So for those of you guys who will be reviewing this stream at this moment of time, we are now at waypoint Dolny, and we will be tracking Bravo Sierra 45, 403, Sanjo, Latin, 01, Salsa, Enka, and they will be descending to 7,000 feet. And we'll be expecting runway 01 right. Okay, all goods. Okay, inbound waypoint beats na tayo. And after beats will be Bravo Sierra 405. Okay, we'll be now shifting our music to Thai songs.
Thai 1081, continue descent to 5,000 feet.
Alright, so we are now descending 5,000, guys. Latest command from our approach controller in Suvarnabhumi. Alright guys, just a short recap of flight. This is already Airbus, this is the Airbus A346 TOLES with the Thai Airways livery. And we are already on our Dolny 3 Delta arrival for runway 01 right in Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. And we left Ho Chi Minh International Airport in Vietnam around 53 minutes ago with 300 passengers on board and 2 tons of cargo, and we are just expecting some 1 hour and 7 minutes of airtime. So right now we have an active approach controller in Suvarnabhumi. So our latest command for us is to descend 5,000 via the star. So our star is Dolny 3 Delta arrival. So the Dolny 3 Delta, where are we now? So that's our aircraft tracking Bravo Sierra 401 to Salsa, then to Inca. Okay, this is the Thai Airways livery for Airbus A346 TOLES. I really like this livery.
Thai 1081, continue descent to 3,000 feet.
Continue 3,000, Thai 1081. After waypoint Enka, there's a manual. Merong manual. So we will be waiting for the command of our approach controller when we will be turning to waypoint Elise. Let's now set our brakes to low, maintaining 3,000.
Thai 1081, turn right heading 280 and clear the ILS approach runway 01 right. Report to establishment.
Turn right on 280 and clear for ILS approach runway 01 right and report established. Thai 1081. So we are now turning to waypoint Rize or 280 degrees, and we are now clear for an ILS approach in runway 01 right here in Suvarnabhumi International Airport. This is again THA1081 Airbus 340-600, and we are now on our base leg for our ILS approach in Suvarnabhumi. Okay, approach phase now activated. Flaps 1, speed check, flaps 1. And flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Oops. Okay, flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. Localizer, descend pala. Alright, gear down.
2,500.
Thai 1081, confirm established localizer runway 01 right.
About to make establish on runway. We'll call wind establishment.
Thai 1081, thank you, and wind calm, runway 01 right, clear to land.
Establishing the localizer and clear to right at runway 01 right. Thai 131, thank you, sir. Okay, establishing the localizer. Flaps 3, speed check, flaps 3. And flaps 4, speed check, flaps 4. Nose lights today, nose lights and runway lights on. Cabin crew advised. And landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust is speed, auto brakes on low, ICA memo landing no blue, landing checklist is complete. Glide slope checked. Glide slope.
300 above.
Land checked.
200. Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30.
There.
20. 10. 5.
Cell spoilers, reverse green. 80 knots. Autopilot disengage. Spoilers disengage, flaps retracted. Turning off our render. Here on the right side, here on the left side. Approach THA1081 landed and will vacate via Bravo 6.
THA1081, welcome to Bangkok Sanapan. Set scope to standby on the ground and taxi to your gate via pilot discretion.
Set squawk to standby on the ground, and that will taxi to gate of choice on this pilot's discretion. Thank you, sir. THA1081.
Thank you, have a good night.
Thank you for your service, sir. Okay, let's just slow down here. Let's set our squawk to standby. Right, we'll just continue taxi here, guys. Alright, after landing checklist, flaps retracted, spoilers disarm, radar off, predictive ventures off, down to the line, APU master switch on, and APU start. There you go. Alright guys, we're planning to park at Concourse C, so we are already on hotel and we'll be turning to Hotel 4, then Gold 7 to Tango 7 to any stand of choice in Concourse C. Here on the left side and clear on the right side. Okay, so then I don't have a nice scenery here, guys. So just disregard these two cargo trucks on my or just disregard these two cargo trucks. Alright, parking brake set and pressure's up. APU bleed is, oh no, APU bleed is now on. Alright, and we're ready to turn off our engine number 3 and 4. Right, so we're going to approach THA1081 now at gate, turning off our engines and terminating flight plan. Thank you for your service and have a nice evening. THA1081.
Thai 1081, thank you for flying to Bangkok Sonapum. Have a good evening and see you soon. Bye bye.
See ya. Good night, sir. Alright, let's now attach our ground services. Here you go. Bigla po, turning off our APU bleed, beacon lights off, and seatbelt signs off. Yon, and we are now here at Suvarnabhumi International Airport, guys, and let's now disconnect on VATSIM and let's take a quick look of our arrival or touchdown here in Suvarnabhumi. This is again Airbus A340-600 of Thai Airways livery at THA1081. Was earlier live on VATSIM and departed Ho Chi Minh International Airport around an hour ago, and we are now here at Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. Alright, let's have a quick review or quick look of our arrival in Suvarnabhumi International Airport. Alright guys, this is runway 01 right, touchdown, ILS approach. Alright, there's our flare. Alright, good landing, negative 149 FPM. Okay, so next view, let's have our left wing passenger view. Boom, there you go. Good landing. There goes our reversers. Alright, and let's take a final look of our touchdown on tower view. Hopefully we do have. Okay, our arrival in Bangkok, we have visibility of just 9 kilometers, so that's why it's somewhat foggy right now in Bangkok in real world time. Real world weather pala. Alright, there goes our aircraft. Alright guys, that is our arrival here at Suvarnabhumi International Airport. So just a short recap. We arrived at Suvarnabhumi International Airport runway 01 right by ILS Zulu, and we had an approach controller, so he's very nice, and I think that's the only traffic he has right now. And this is the Airbus A340-600 of Thai Airways livery, and we just arrived here at Suvarnabhumi International Airport in Bangkok, Thailand. So that is Victor Tango Bravo Sierra. Yeah, so you know, I'm here at Thailand, so Sawadee Krap. And we just have an total airtime of 1 hour and 5 minutes, so that is 2 minutes less of our expected airtime. And we departed at the Ho Chi Minh International Airport in Vietnam. We crossed Cambodia FIR or at an altitude of 26,000 feet. And right now, this is already the recap of our arrival here in Suvarnabhumi. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and maybe I'll just take a break in around 10 to 15 minutes time, and we'll be streaming our ATC controller here in Manila. Hopefully we could have traffic for at least an hour in Manila. So thank you guys for watching, and if you like this stream, don't forget to hit that like or follow button below in order for you to get notified on our next future stream. Right, this is again your virtual Captain John from the Philippines in command of this Airbus A340 of Thai Airways, and hope to see you soon. Take care guys wherever you are in the world. Sir Diman, thank you for watching and doing with me. Best regards there in Malaysia, and stay safe also. And this is your Sky Medic in Facebook and YouTube, and this guy in Twitch. Now signing off. See you guys. Bye.